Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how you can install the Java and how you can write your first code in Selenium. So basically we are trying to create a automation framework and we are trying to understand all the things about the Selenium. So what will be the first step? So that we are going to perform today in a very simple way. Also we will see that in Selenium earlier what was there and what is changes so for now. So let's start. So first you have to install the Java in your system because you are trying to automate any of the web UI with Java. So Java with Selenium, so you require the Java, right? For that, what you have to do is you have to navigate to the Oracle website to download it. So let me show you how you can do that. So I already provided the link here. So this is the website of the Oracle. From here you can download your Java. Once you download it, it will start showing in your download section. So you have to go to your download section where you can see the folder like this, which is in zip format, compressed format. So you have to unzip this folder, and when you unzip this, it will looks like this executable. So when you start clicking on this, for example, I already installed it, but I'm just showcasing you. So it will ask like this, and then you have to perform the actions like next, 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 like any other application you are installing. So once this process is done, after that, what you can do, you can go to CMD. You can open your CMD, basically your command prompt. So you have to check the Java version of it. So how you can check that Java version? So for that we have a command that is Java hyphen version. Okay. So in this way, you can see your Java version. If you're not seeing any version of the Java which is installed in your system, so what the next process you can follow? You can edit the path of the JDK in your system variable. So for that, what you can do is you can open the uh, environment variable. Here you can see the environment variable option here. Now here you see the user variable and one is system variable. So you have to set your Java path in system variable like the way I have set up here. So what you have to do, you have to click on the new option. Okay. So when you click on the new button or new option, it will open the variable name. You have open the prompt, and here you can give your prompt like Java hyphen home, you can say like this, and then you have to put the path here. So from where you can take this path? So for that you have to go to C drive where your Java is installed. So open the C drive. Here you have to navigate to the program file. Inside this program file you will see the Java folder, and inside this Java folder you will see one JDK folder here. So till here you have to provide your path. So just copy this and paste here like the way I pasted here. This like this. After this, restart your laptop and then again go to the CMD and check the Java version here like this. So you will able to see the version details here. Like I am having right now Java 25. Same way you will able to see the version which you have installed like Java version. Okay. Yeah, so in this way you can install your Java. Now, what other thing you need is you need one IDE. So currently I'm using the IntelliJ IDE, so that you can install that IntelliJ. You can download this from JetBrains website. So from here you can download your IntelliJ IDEA. You can even use the Eclipse, whatever you like, you can use that. So currently I'm using the IntelliJ IDEA. So we will going to write our code there itself. I will provide this link to you as well. So you can directly download from here. Okay. So what so far we have accomplished is we installed the Java successfully, and then we also downloaded the IntelliJ IDEA in our system. Now let's open that IntelliJ IDEAs. So here you see the screen like this when you open the IntelliJ IDEA, or maybe there is no project. in your system. So what you have to do is, see, one thing, that all the projects related to the IntelliJ IDEA will go into this folder. Like you have to go to the C, and then you have to go to user, then whatever the username of yours, go to inside that, and you will see the IDEA project here. So inside this folder, all your IntelliJ project will be going to create. Okay. Now we will create a new project. We are going to create a new project as Maven project. This is the Maven. So we are going to create this Maven project. Wait, we have not given any name to the project. So demo Selenium 2026. Demo Selenium 2026 we are creating. So see, my project is getting open and it's loaded successfully and it get opened. So here, what I can see inside this, my project, I have source. Inside source, I have two folders. One is main and one is test. Okay. So inside main, I have Java, where where they have written their main method. Okay. And you have one test folder. Inside that, you can have your Java classes here. You can write your test cases here. Okay. And this is your POM directory, pom.xml, where you can keep all your dependencies here inside this POM file. So first, to write your first code in Selenium, you need certain dependencies. So what are those dependencies? So these dependencies are, first is Selenium. You have to use the Selenium dependency. Let me use this. It is giving error. Now let's copy this. Okay, so these individual dependencies comes under the dependencies. So we have pasted successfully. Now let's reload to our Maven project or refresh our Maven project. So it's going to refresh it here, successfully refresh. So this is how. Now I want to showcase you one more thing, that is your TestNG framework. So how you can use that too. So I'm going to showcase the dependency of that too. So this is your TestNG dependency, which you can paste here. And again, just refresh your project. Or from here also you can do a rebuild of your project. So reload from this. You can do this as well. Okay. Now what we have to do is, see, earlier one thing I want to discuss, that earlier we were using a system.set properties, like system.set property, where we are providing the executable file path of any drivers. Why? Because we are writing WebDriver, driver is equal to new Chrome driver. So when we are executing this line, so for that we have to give the certain path. Right, but now with latest Selenium, we know not required anymore. When we are using this latest Selenium with Maven or Gradle project. Okay, so this is really good, because it was very hectic to set up and all, but right now you just use the dependencies and ready to go. So, okay, we're done with everything. Now let's write our first test script. So I have already written here. This is your Java. You can create a new class inside the test, like first test. Okay. And here you need to see, this is the annotation of TestNG first of all. Okay, this is the annotation of TestNG. So you have to import that classes of for to utilizing all these annotations of the TestNG. TestNG has certain annotations like @test, before class, after class, before method, after method, depends on many annotations are there. So based on the requirement, you can use them. Now we have declared here a method called public void open Google. So what we are trying here, we are trying to open a URL of google.com. So we have right here is WebDriver, driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Earlier we cannot write this directly. We have to set the system.set set properties like this. So we have to, earlier we have to set the property and we have to provide the path of it. But now we can directly use this. So just we have, when we writing this WebDriver, driver is equal to new Chrome driver. So you have to import the package of it. So it is importing the package of WebDriver like this, and for Chrome driver it is importing the package of the Chrome driver, and now we are good. We can run this. So here what we are trying, we are writing WebDriver, driver is equal to new Chrome driver. We create a object of Chrome driver as driver, and then we are trying to open inside that Chrome driver as driver.get. This is a method to open a URL, and then we are printing that here driver.get title. So what we are printing here, we are printing a driver.get title. Even you can store this in any string variable like this. String is equal to string title is equal to driver.get title like this, and then you can try to print that. So both will work fine, and then once your browser launch your task complete, then it will close your driver. So for that we are calling the method as driver.quit method. So we're calling this method as well. Now let's run this. So this we are running in TestNG. So see, it is running here. It is open the browser and it executes successfully and it closed the browser. So what is the result of this? The result is total test run is 1, total pass is 1, failure is 0, and escape is 0. So this is how you can, install the Java and you can write your first code in Selenium. And you can automate a first launch your browser, and then you can automate anything. So from in this way you can automate anything, any websites. In upcoming sessions we will discuss more about it. Yeah, thank you for watching.